Hey guys, how are we? Just turning some stuff on and off so we can get started. There we go! Yay! So I think I finally fixed everything. That's why I had issues for a little while. So, hi Deb, how are you going? And Kayla and Anti-Gaming Gaming. How you guys going today? Oh, hang on a second. I've just had a pop-up. Yep, do that. So how are we all today? Because I'm so busy with my work at the moment, I've had to only be able to do this one day a week now, but I can do it for longer, so it's going to be a good thing. Okay, so tomorrow I'll come back and we'll play some Minecraft and talk about, problems and things that are going on in the world. But yeah. Oh, hello. But yeah, we'll be doing live readings on Thursday during this channel. So how are you, Deb? How are you? I'm really good, really good. Hi, Crystal. How you going, sweetheart? Yeah, Deb, I'm really good. I'm sending out my sympathy and love to you, my darling. You've had a bit of a rough time lately, so big hugs, okay? Mwah, mwah, big hugs. Okay. So if any of you would like a reading, it's 48 there, Crystal. Ugh, no. It's really nice here at the moment, so it's good weather to mow the lawns. So if any of you would like a reading, please write it in the chat. We will do a couple of cards for you, whatever comes out. So yeah, no worries, Debbie. No worries, my darling. Hi, David. Greetings from Mexico City. Oh, let's find out for you, David. Let's find out. Yes, David is first off the rank. And then Crystal, as always, my love. Crystal, when I get over to the USA, you and I are going to have to meet up, my darling. We're going to have to meet up and have a chat and meet in person. So David, all the way from Mexico City, what is it like over there at the moment? A future with a person I met on the internet. Okay, let's find out what's going on. Oh, David, my darling, you're too hard on yourself. You're just too hard on yourself. I can feel a pressure on my left temple at the moment, and it's basically telling me that I'm just too hard on myself. It's kind of like you do something and then you go, ugh. So you're too hard on yourself, David. Okay. So let's find out what's going on with you. Crystal, I was supposed to be in the US in October this year, but no Australians can fly in or out at the moment. So yeah, unless there's special circumstances, blah blah blah. Ooh. Oh, wonderful. So David, at the moment, when it comes to you personally, you've been really hurt in the past, but not just the usual hurt from breakups or anything like that. Hi, Uncle Gary, how you going? Not the usual hurts or like somebody broke your heart. When it came to you, David, in the past, it was big stuff, like big stuff that delved right beyond the heart. It went into the soul, it went to the spirit, it went into the next realm. And for you, my love, it is time for you to start healing that, because you're just done. Okay, in order for you to resonate with this person in the future, it's about self-healing first. Okay, forgiving the past, treating this person like the person they are rather than the ex that they're not, or the previous ideas of what a relationship is, because this one's different. Okay, this one is not like what it's ever been before. So when it comes to you, you really need to do some healing on yourself. Right. And that healing of yourself is not going to come from the recognition of others. So it's time for you to sit quietly and find those inner resources for you. So as we deal the Three of Cups in relation to the Ten of Swords here, this shows how there's like a party. Hi, Uncle Gary, not biased. this card here shows how we've got a party going on here, David, but the person is not really interested in the people around them, but they're attending the party because there's some kind of responsibility towards that. So now is a time for you to, by all means, go to the party, but be yourself and be your true self. Be relaxed about it and enjoy being yourself. Allow this other person that you have met to see that true self that is going to come out, because that is where the love is going to harbor, and that is where it's going to grow. Treat this relationship like none you've ever treated before. Become that nurturer. Become that person that's more than yourself. So when it comes to the relationship, here we can see the Four of Wands, okay? And the Four of Wands talks about how the parties can build something up together as long as all of those parties can recognize the strength of another and the weakness of another. So if somebody else has a strength, even though you think you can do it better, allow their strength to shine and step back. That's what you need to do here. You have to step back and allow them to do their thing. Sure, you might want to do it differently, or you might want to do it more fluently or something like that, but allow them to grow. Offer feedback over criticism, and this is where that's going to flourish. So is this going to be something that is going to go into the future? Oh, thanks, Debbie. You're going to give me a big head. You're going to give me a big head, guys. Aha. So, David, this is one of those things that has prospects for the future as long as you can reconstruct self. So that's what it's coming down to. If you can reconstruct self, then this is going to grow into something absolutely amazing. It's going to explode out of the water. But it is time to focus on self, okay? Allow yourself to heal from these past wounds, because it was just too much for you back then, Dale. There was just too much to carry, too much to do, too much responsibility, not enough fun. So allow yourself to have that fun and just watch this grow. Mwah. Gary and Deb, Uncle Gary and Deb, you're going to give me a big head, guys. Oh my God. You know, guys, I got my first deck. I got my first deck when I turned, what did I turn? When I turned, was I 18 or 20? I want to say 21. When I turned 21, and one of my sister's friends gave it to me, because back then, oh God, you're so good. Thanks, I'm sharing and following your page. Thank you, David. Sending healing to the beautiful Mexico City. I got my first deck when I was about 21 years old, and my sister's friend gave it to me. And because there was a belief back then that you had to have your tarot decks given to you. And I was kind of spiritual, but not really. You know, I was more embarrassed about it because I could see and feel things. And my mother was a beautiful person, but she's very judgmental and very gossipy, and that was something that I just didn't resonate with. And I was a prick of a kid. Like, I admit that I was a prick of a kid. I asked too many questions when it came to her religion, so that was a problem. And you know, I was a liar and a thief as well. I did what all the typical kids did. And when I got my first deck, I never did anything with it. Never did anything with it. I mean, a couple of times I dabbled with it and played with a couple of mates, but never did anything with it. And then I went to a man, and I think his name was Patrick, and he came to the local town here. And what he said was that he did drawings and he drew out your future. Anyway, Patrick Fitzgerald, yes, that's his name. So look him up if you want to. And he does drawings. And one of my girlfriends had said to me, why don't you get a drawing done from him? And I'm like, sure, why not? You know, she was looking to promote him, and I was just like, sure, why not? I love to support local people. Anyway, I went and got a drawing from him, and as he was drawing, he smiled at me, and he said, you're the first person that's ever come for the drawing. And I was just there because he was going to do a drawing. That was the only reason why. I didn't have any questions for the future. I was kind of just winging it, pretending that I wanted a reading, but I didn't really. I just wanted the drawing. And he almost cried. He just sat there and he smiled and he goes, this is what I originally wanted to do. Just do the drawing. I didn't want to have my tarots and stuff like that. And when he was doing the drawing, he actually told me to throw away my tarot cards and just go with my intuition. And I said to him, people want to see the tarot cards. So that's why I do the tarot cards now, because it's what you guys want to see and what you can relate to. But then I can expand out on it based on what's going on around me in my energy fields. And trust me, as much as some people have said, no, that's not right, when they've stopped and thought about it, deep down, the truth inside of us knows it is correct. I had one lady, she was like, nope, that's all wrong. And I'm like, that's fine. I said, you're allowed to feel that. Like, you're allowed to be like that. And then she came back to me 2 weeks later and she goes, it was right. She goes, I just wasn't willing or ready to see it. And that's exactly how it happens. So, Crystal, I like a reading about my previous cat, Dixie. I had her before I moved and she was getting sick and we were taking her to the vet. And all the time I was thinking she was getting tired of going to the vet. So I put her down because she was 11 and I think it was getting hard on her and no one could find out what was wrong. And the bills were getting high. Rightio, Crystal, let's find out. Dixie was very reserved. And Dixie just looked like all the other cats as well. So, Dixie didn't have anything particularly special when it come to the features as such. She says that she had... She said that she'd been sick for a long time and she actually had a tumor and it was just behind her ear, her right ear, and it was putting pressure on her so she couldn't eat anymore. She was very reserved as well. She wasn't the kind of cat that jumped around and was silly all the time or anything like that. She was very, very reserved, and she would sit, and she'd sit very proudly as well and just admire the world as such. And she's telling me that she had a tumor and it was just behind her ear on the right hand side, and the reason why she was getting sick was because she was trying to tell you that it was her time, but she couldn't make it hurry up. She said that she was in a little bit of pain, but only from random headaches, and that's why when she used to look at you, she would blink her eyes very, very slowly, because she's blinking her eyes at me. Oh, my mascara's gonna run. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. I always cry when it comes to cats. She said she used to blink her eyes at you because she was trying to tell you that she had a headache and she wasn't feeling well that day, and all she wanted to do was just sit with you. Ah. She says sometimes you should look out the window and look up at the stars, because she said you're going to see one particular star that's going to shine, and that's her telling you that she's still watching you, that she's still there. She says thank you. She doesn't say that you made the right choice, but she says thank you. If anything, she just wanted more time with you, but she wasn't ready. So it is time. Yeah, she is. She was a noble soul. Like I said, she wasn't the kind of cat that would jump around and be all silly and stupid or anything like that, but she used to sit a particular way, and it was very proud, like I'm watching over my land sort of thing. But she says she wants you to look out the window and look up at the stars, and she also wants you to find that star because she knows she's sending you that message that, you know, she's watching you and she's looking after you. So, you know, she's not saying that you made the right choice, but she is thanking you for the choice, okay? Oh, thank you, Deb. Love you too. Nah. So yeah, she's not saying you made the right choice, but she is thanking you for the choice, which in turn would be the right choice, okay? These decisions are really hard for any of us to make on any level. And when we make these decisions, we take it as a form of guilt or a form of negativity. However, we also always have to learn that we are organic creatures and we are here to do something in this world, and then we move on. That's what organic creatures do. We nurture, we feed, we grow. It's as simple as that. So yeah, so she's in a good place, but she's saying that you don't look up to the stars enough. She wants you to stop and look out and up to the stars. So take some time out tonight, Crystal. Okay, grab that. You don't drink tea. You don't drink tea. She just said that. She goes, you don't drink tea. You don't even like it that much. She said, take, because she was about to say take a cup of tea, and then she went, no. She goes, don't drink tea. Because you don't like it that much. So yeah, so take a drink out there and have a look at those stars, okay? Because, yeah, she's shining for you. You think she sent you Daisy? Honestly, all these creatures are interlinked. Like, I got given a new cat, and he was a rescue, and he doesn't like me. He doesn't like me. I lost my old girl at 21 years. It's been nearly 2 years, and it still fucking hurts. And I miss her so much. And I got given another cat, and he doesn't like me. And I'm always like, you know, sweet and nice to him and feed him and make sure he knows that he's loved. Anyway, recently he has brought home a cat. He's brought home a cat. He brought home a stray cat. And I've been started looking after this stray cat. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with him. But yesterday he let me pat him. So it's been 6 months. And yesterday he actually let me pat him. So, yeah. So, thank you, Crystal. Thank you. So, on YouTube we have Canspian? Canspian. Is that how I pronounce your name, darling? Canspian? Canspian. Oh, Canspian. Where does that name come from? That's an amazing name. It's Greek. It's Greek. Wow, it doesn't even sound Greek. That's amazing. Where does that originate from? Canspian? I don't know. Okay, my darling. Let's get a couple of cards going for you, Canspian. Alright, Canspian. I'm gonna just come out and say this one. I won't go into too much detail because I don't want you to get embarrassed, sweetheart. But you're a guy, and you don't like being a guy. Is that true? You've got this masculine energy in you, and you don't like being that masculine energy. You've got to... Oh, sweetheart, it's okay if you're gay. There's nothing wrong with it. And whoever told you it was wrong, frowny face. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being gay. You want to be a girl. You can be a girl, my darling. You can be anything that you want, okay? These cards talk about this masculine energy here and how there's a masculine body, but there's a feminine energy that's higher than you. And it's time for you to realize that this feminine energy has to come through to give death to that masculine energy, because it's not who you want to be. You've been told that you must ride on the horse, that you must be the soldier, the fighter, the warrior, and you don't want to be. Hang on a second. What do you want to be? Oh, okay. Canspian, what are you studying at the moment? You're studying something and you don't like it. That's why my eye's itchy. You're studying something at the moment and you don't like it. Let's find out what you're meant to be studying. Don't answer that question yet. Love it, love it, love it. So Canspian, I'm going to give you some advice. Now, remember, all advice is a suggestion, okay, my darling? So all of it is suggestion. So Canspian, I feel like you're studying something at the moment and it doesn't resonate with you. And what you've got to do is you've got to start looking into something better. And for some reason, I'm getting these flowers coming in, like you're supposed to be a florist, or like a something to do with flowers, like a flower designer, or oh my god, I wanted to be a florist. You wanted to be a florist, right? Yeah, because I'm getting all these flowers coming in. So yeah, and what are you studying at the moment? Okay, what are you studying at the moment, Cancerian? Because it's just not right for you. I'm doing dentistry nursing, and I hate it. Okay. My father said it was a good career. Actually, dentistry nursing is a very good career. It's a very complex career as well. So I actually have a friend who does that. It's very good paying. It's very, very good paying. But at the end of the day, if you're not passionate about it, it's going to be something that's going to lead to depression later on in life. So perhaps keep that as a sideline if you want to, just to pick up some money here and there until you could perhaps get your floristry business up and running. What's going on with your nose? Okay. There's something going on with your nose as well. Mine just started dripping. Is it really cold where you are? It's just cold here. Okay, cool. So my darling, it is time for you. I don't know whether you've come out of the closet or whatever they call it these days. I don't know whether you've done anything like that. My eyes want to shut suddenly, so it's like, no, I don't feel like you do. But when it comes down to you, it's time for you to start stepping into yourself. So, you know, jump onto Udemy or Skillshare or even YouTube or anything like that and study some stuff to do with your floristry, because that's where you're truly lying. The flowers are a beautiful thing. Even if you wanted to get into, like, you know, gardening of some sort, but that's where you go to resonate, and it is time for you to start resonating into that path. Okay, it can take years, but at the end of the day, do something. Put some flowers in your hair, wear a boa around your neck, whatever you need to do. I've got a Hawaiian shirt on and my dad hates it. Maybe your dad's jealous of it, that's why. It's time for you to give death to this old thing, okay? So, Natasha, hello. Is there reconciliation with my boyfriend? Will he contact me? If yes, we are not talking. We are not talking since. So, you haven't spoken in 3 weeks. Wow. Yeah, honestly, Crystal, even Canspian, Crystal is on Facebook at the moment. And Crystal is saying even if you go to get into food art of some sort, okay, it would be a very fun job. Very fun job, absolutely. So if you're on my YouTube channel is Specialty Hypnosis Training with Palin and Palmer, and you can jump over to Zen for Gamers on Facebook. That's where all the action's happening. So Natasha, let's find out about the boyfriend. Yeah. So Natasha, there was some very, very hurtful words said, very hurtful, and very words that choke you up, like really hurtful stuff, like hurtful stuff. No, that's not right. Right. Okay. So Natasha, when it comes to you, whew, wow. Okay. So Natasha, my darling, when it comes to you in particular, it's kind of like you're not grounded at the moment. Like you're too far up here, and because the ground is just hurting you at the moment. So you've let yourself go up with the universe and the fairies and the dragons and all that sort of stuff, but you've also forgotten that as a human entity, we need to be earth. We need to be in touch with the ground as well. So your life is just up and down at the moment. It's like up and down and up and down. And I have a feeling like there's just so much confusion around this situation. Like literally the front of my forehead, I just feel like there's a sudden fog that has just capsized over the front of my face. And it's like the universe isn't telling me whether he's going to contact you or not. It's like they've just turned around and they've gone, you know what? Get over it. Enough of this shit. Natasha, it's like there's something poking me or prodding me, like pushing me all the time, like an annoying child that nags at me. I'm getting this message like this is what he does, this is what he does, and it's pushing me right in the side here, like where it's supposed to feel funny, like it's supposed to make you laugh, but it doesn't. It just annoys the shit out of you, and I'm getting this poking sensation, as if they're like he deliberately sets you up to trigger you. That's what's going on here, and I have to wonder whether that's why the shield has come over. So we have to begin to wonder. We have to reassess. Do you really want this person to contact you again to start poking and prodding you? Oh, great representation, wonderful. Because the Nine of Wands here we have here is about how there's you've got this fog, but it's time for you to look in a different direction. That's what it is. It's time for you to basically get out of the whole situation that you've been in and go through that loneliness stage. You have this it's kind of like being alone. You feel really weak. Like I feel like a weakness in my bladder. So yeah, you do want him in your life. Yeah, I know that you do want him. But he's not right for you. He's just not right for you. He's going to continuously electrically charge you and prod you and poke you and continuously set you up so it's your fault. So will this person contact you? Not exactly sure, because I'm getting this shroud. It's kind of like this fog that's just come in and gone, you know what, if she won't move, we'll shroud her from it to try and protect her. So at the end of the day, I'm getting this sensation like there's just too much confusion when it comes to this person. And I know this is not what you want to hear, because you're grasping onto a past that has changed. And honestly, darling, when we're inside the fog, all we can do is bob up and down in the ocean until it clears. Because if we keep sailing through that fog and there's no lighthouse to guide us, we will hit the rocks and we will sink again, okay? I'm not saying that there's no second chance. I'm saying that now is not the time to be going into those decisions. Now is the time for you to stop, reassess everything that's going on around you, because this external environment is like poking you, okay? Caitlin, we already know the answer to that question, sweetheart. Love you. Yeah, this person is poking you, like they're always pushing your buttons. So yeah, at the moment there is no answer because there's too much of a shroud around everything that's going on. So time to be quiet, darling. Time to be quiet. And sometimes when you sit in the fog and you just listen, that's when you realize how refreshing the mist can be as it touches your face. Okay? Oh, so we've got some more people popping in on YouTube. Now, my chat's going pretty fast, guys, so I will do what I can. So, oh, the Hierophant from YouTube. Hello, sweetheart. And Acel, hello. Tyler. Would love to know of my financial future or anything on love, whatever fits. Oh, thank you for allowing me to do a free expression. So Tyler, let's find out. Oh, wow. Oh, geez, Tyler. Oh, you suffer from headaches, sweetheart? Oh my gosh. Oh, you can have that one back. You can have that one back. Wow, Tyler. I'm really thirsty all of a sudden. It's like I'm dehydrated. So yeah. Tyler, you need to drink lots more water, sweetheart. Look after your body. Okay? Look after your body. I just got whacked with that headache. I had to give it back to you, darling. I have to give it back to you. I don't mind helping heal you. But that one is sore. And it's like, it's right across the top of the head and it resonates all the way down. Like, oh, it hurts. Hurts. Absolutely. Yeah, Crystal. Crystal's like my sidekick. Crystal, have you thought about starting up your own channel? You should totally, sweetheart. Then I can ask you for readings. Tyler, sometimes I usually have to have a sleep every day. And probably, yes, I need to start drinking more and more. Yeah. Yep. As soon as it hit me, I was just like, whoa, what the hell was that? Like, oh gosh, that's a horrible sensation, love. Drink some more water. I'm really thirsty. I think it's quite comical when people say, if I drink more water, I'll just be up all night peeing. Well, you're only up all night peeing because the water's flushing all of the salt out of your body. Sorry, that's because you're eating too much salt, not because of the water. The body's gone, you know what, we've got some water in it, let's flush out the salt while we can. So, Tyler. Ooh. Right, okay. So Tyler, back in the past, you were extremely strong. Like you had this infinite strength, like this infinite energy in your life. And it came from dreams and imagination. It came from you having this future, this goal, this situation that you desired and want. And I feel this pride just sweeping in. And you were on a high horse. Yeah. Stop ordering food, it's yucky. Or order salad. So yeah, so Tyler, in the past, we have this strength. It's really big. Like I can feel it like encasing me like a bubble at the moment. And I didn't have a choice. It's like it just like molded over me like a whoop. And I was just like, whoop, oh, okay, I gotta float with this. So that was back in the past. But the problem is that you got onto like a high horse, like a high ranking within yourself. And that turned into a little bit of ignorance. So not arrogance, but an ignorance, okay? Because when this ignorance stepped in, that's when you lost your way. That's when you lost that strength and that energy. And there was a betrayal that happened. So you had achieved all of this stuff, but then within that achievement, there was a huge betrayal. And this betrayal is what took you out. It cut you off at the knees and you literally hit the ground and did not get back up again. Okay? So I don't know whether you had an accident. I feel like there was a person, like that somebody came in and did something. And that's what chopped you off at the knees. So what's going to happen? Right, okay. It's time for you to learn to be your own unicorn. I don't know why I want to say unicorn, and I'm getting this sudden urge to um brighten myself up as such, okay? I'm getting pinks and purples coming in. And it's time for you to start going into that level where you are that bright spark again, a new and different kind of strength, because you have infinite strength, you have infinite energy, you have this infinite ability to recharge, but only when you can decide that you need to learn to walk first and then you can run, okay? That's what's going on here. You're still in that healing stage. See how we've got some... Oh my god, look, they've got a little unicorn. That's where the unicorn's coming in. This person, like the Page of Wands, is talking about how you have this ability, but you're not quite ready to use it yet, okay? You got to learn to walk first, then lift up your head, pull your shoulders back, and then start learning how to walk with that pride, okay? So start doing something. Now is the time, because when you go into that, there's going to be some great stuff happening, absolutely surely. You're going to start earning that money again. You're starting to start getting that financial savings. But it's only going to happen when you go, you know what? this took me out, but now it's time to get back up and go again, because only once you start going again, these finances are going to start flowing in and you're going to be feeling so much better about yourself, okay? So start moving into that future self that you desire. Like this bubble of energy, it just sucks you in. Like you don't get a choice. It's just, bloop, you know, and you feel it when it happens. It's like this thing is pushing you, but then you go, no, I was cut off at the knees. I don't do this anymore. You do this. It's your natural DNA. It's your natural being. So go and do it, darling. Okay? Be the unicorn. Shine bright when there's so much darkness around others. Make them laugh. Make them smile. It's what you do. And it's such a wonderful talent to have. Okay? Oh my God. I feel like I just want to scream from the hills going, do it! I feel like I want to be that mum that's watching their kid playing soccer going, yes! Oh, thank you, Tyler. Thank you. I just want to scream at you, do it! Oh, gosh. Oh, Minnie, yes, let's find out about Anna, because that'll help Caitlin as well. That'll help Caitlin as well. Let's tune in to Anna. Never thought of doing that. Let's tune in. You know exactly what I'm talking about? No worries, Tyler. You go and have an amazing day, okay? Be that unicorn. Be it. So many people don't believe in unicorns. So I don't know. I've got a stuffed one, so they're pretty real. I love those unicorn cupcakes. Yeah, Crystal, I must admit, I've been very self-indulgent when it comes to my eating lately, but the last 2 days I was like, nah, I've had enough of this. I'm fixing this problem. So yeah, I did have some chocolate last night, but not as much as normal. So yeah. So Fabric Art, hello. I like to have shared my name as Bhagashri. Can I get a reading? Oh yes, so we will get to you as soon as we've tuned into the Minnie and Caitlin when it comes to Anna. So yeah. Absolutely, Fabric Art, absolutely. Guys, please like the page. It helps me keep it going. And it costs nothing to do. Okay. Actually, I should be doing this as well. So just hang on a second. If any of you would like a full reading with me, you can book them online. I do them all via Zoom as well. And you don't even need to attend any of them if you don't want to. Okay, I have ones where you can just book a full reading and then I'll send you a video. So yeah, because I don't even need the people in the room. I know stuff. Anyway, I know stuff. So Anna. It's strange with this sensation with Anna. Right, 2 mages. Oh. All right. With Anna, it's like she doesn't even care. Like she's just doing her thing. She's being herself. Like whatever. You know, I be me, and she does it really, really well as well. I wonder if she gets that from her mum, winky wink. It's like she's just doing her own thing. But at the end of the day, what we have is we have this magician, this man that's in the darkness that uses all the tricks. So he uses every single trick in the book. So he'll use gift giving with words of affirmation, with manipulation, and you know, he uses it all. He uses all the tricks that he's got in his bag. But when we look at this gentleman, and I think we all know who this gentleman is. This is actually a young man who is really bad with his money. Okay, so he's really bad with his money. He's always saying he's got money and he's doing this and he's doing that and he's flashing it off with the glitters and the glam, but he's actually really bad with it. He sucks when it comes to money. So it's really interesting that he comes out in relationship to Anna, because I actually know who that gentleman is. So yeah, there's an influence there, and they're playing the tricks as such. They're playing the tricks. And unfortunately, then we get the death card that comes out. And the death card talks about that this part has to change. It has to go. It doesn't talk about killing them or anything like that. See you, Deb. Mwah. It doesn't talk about having to kill them or anything like that, but it's talking about cutting them off. Okay? And the reason why there hasn't been able to be a cut-off phase when it comes to this person, it's because of the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups talks about, and Caitlin, I have to wonder if this is in relationship to you, and no. Minnie, I've got a lady in this room. I don't usually tap into spirit, but she just came in and went, you will listen to me. Minnie, I've got a lady in this room. She's a shorter lady, so she's not real tall, but she's not real short. She's a shorter lady, a big lady. And she wears like burgundy clothing, like dark clothing, like greys and dark greens, like really dark colored clothing. And she's telling me that the emotions of you and the emotions that go through she's telling me that the emotions of you and the emotions that go through the family are immature. She's like, they're all too busy fighting over all this little stuff when we need to put ourselves aside. Which is interesting. Okay, yep. I don't know why she says that. She's like, you're all too busy bickering. Stop bickering. Stop being so emotional. And that's what the Knight of Cups talks about, because the Cups is an emotional card, and the Knight is someone who doesn't know how to express them appropriately. Like, you wouldn't sit there laughing at a funeral per se. That is not the time to be cracking jokes as such. So it's about learning the time and place for the emotions, and then making sure that the emotions are actually fed correctly. So this woman, she's talking, and then, oh, okay, no worries. She's just like, now I've got to go. So she doesn't pop in very often, but she's like, now I've got to go. So Caitlin and Minnie, when it comes to these emotions, it's time to understand where is a high quality emotion that is warranted and a low quality emotion that is unwarranted and it's drama orientated. There is a line, okay? And choosing which side or the other will change the game every single time. Do we choose the drama orientated side, or do we choose to become the queen in a game of chess where we work out how to move the pawns properly? So yeah, so Anna's doing her own thing. Like, every time I think about Anna, she's just doing her own thing. She's off in her own world. She's good. She's actually good. She's so independent though. She doesn't need you to do anything for her. She wants to work it out herself. It's as simple as that. Did she get that off you, Caitlin? I have to wonder. I've never met Anna, but I know I will in the future. Okay, so I'm just gonna scroll up again because there was a lady here. Okay, Bagrashi, is that how I pronounce that? Oh, I just love these names. Like, oh, I have a boring name, Trish. Oh my gosh, actually I've got to get this other chat up and running so I can see what's going on. I think Daisy likes music. Oh, honestly, vibrational creatures love music. I love music. I'd rather listen to music than watch television, I must admit. Or a musical that's on television. That gets me going. So, Bagrashi Raoul's his feelings for me. Let's find out. So fabric art. I'll call you Fabric. Is that okay? I know it's not your real name, but Fabric. Do you have like allergies or something? like there's an allergy of some sort that just tickles your nose. Like, you know, I don't know whether it's hay fever or it feels like it's more of a dust thing. So yeah, so go around and do some cleaning. Get rid of that dust that's in your house because it's annoying you. Like it makes your skin a little bit itchy. Okay, you've got this little bit of an allergy going on. Okay, right. Ooh, are there feelings for me? It's cute, it's cute. Oh my god, fabric art, please check this out. Check you. Thank you. Let's hope Anna's not too much like me. Well, Caitlin, you're the installer of the rules, so you're the one that definitely can upgrade the next lot of systems, okay? Bashrat, are you doing free readings? I am. You've just put it in the comments, darling. So Fabric Art, check out what we have coming out. The Six of Cups. It talks about a union, but there's some toxicity in the background here. But beautiful things can grow in those toxic places. So it is time. Yes, there are feelings there. There absolutely are feelings there. And it's time to learn how to let go of the toxicity, how to nurture and grow, receive the gifts, and then also give the gifts back as well. So yeah, so make sure that you do that. Bashrat, I've only just literally started today on YouTube, okay? So yeah, that's why there's nobody there. So yeah, or there's a couple of people that would pop in. So yeah, so Fabric Art, there are feelings there. There absolutely are feelings there. And it's about learning to let the feelings flow. That's what the Ace of Cups talks about. It's allowing it to flow. I'm getting an itchy palm, like a left palm. You've got some money coming in as well, Dal. You've got some money coming in. So, you know, trust that process, okay? You've got some money coming in. So the Ace of Cups talks about allow those feelings to flow easily and effortlessly. For some reason, I'm getting like a shroudedness over my left eye. Like there's something that's going on in the background. Ah, yes. So Fabric Art, there's something that's going on in the background. I don't know if it's another person or not. I don't know. But there's something going on in here, and it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. So there's something going on. Usually when it's on the left-hand side, it's something that's more emotional. When it's on the right-hand side, it's something more logical. So yeah, I've got a feeling that there was an event that occurred or a situation of some sort, and that's what's stopping the emotions from flowing properly. So find that devil that you do know, and start to know what you don't think you know. What is it that you're pretending to not know that you do know? Because it's time to heal that. There's just that little bit, it's not even confusion, it's like frustration, like kind of stuff. It's just more annoying than anything. So yeah, find that and start to heal that and allow those feelings to just flow again, okay? Because there's feelings there, absolutely, and they're genuine feelings. The Ace of Cups is a genuine card, but you need to learn to allow to let it flow and accept everything for the awesomeness, okay? So yeah, absolutely, Kelly. Ask away, my darling. Ask away. So Fabric, yep, there are feelings there, absolutely, but there's just that there's something there like that's holding everybody back. You know, maybe you've got some ties that are still tied up that need to be dealt with. Find that devil that you know, and it's time to make the call. Time to make the call. Will I eventually go to Kevin's place? Let's find out. Let's find out. Whoa. So I will stay here for about another 20 minutes, guys. I've got most of this week off. How did I score that? I've only got one client a day at the moment. Oh, look at the smile on my face. I've been flat out for so long, then I got a quiet week. But I got 600 million jobs to do, so... And I've got emails coming in, so... So Kelly, let's find out some stuff about you. Will I eventually go to Kevin's place? It's a bit of a dry subject. When I tune into that energy, I kind of feel like I'm out in the desert looking for an oasis, but there's no direction there. Like, it's a bizarre feeling. I'm not thirsty out in the desert, and you know it's around here somewhere, but you don't know how to find it. It's like there's just too much mixed information. There's too much miscommunication. The dots aren't matching. That's why you can't find the oasis at the moment. Will this eventually happen? Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Right. Aha. Aha. When I tap into the visual side of that oasis, it's like I can always see it from a distance, but then I move closer and it's still at a distance, and it's still at a distance, and it's still at a distance. So I don't want to say yes to this, but I don't want to say no either. It's kind of like there's just, I don't know, I feel like the dots aren't matching up. Like, you know, that 1 and 1 is not making 2. But there's something that's just not right here. Like, I don't want to say someone's lying. I just want to, it's like I want to say there's miscommunication going on here. And yeah, 1 and 1's not making 2. So I can't say yes or no on that one at the moment. But when we tap into the other energies, when it comes to the actual oasis itself and you, it's kind of like, it doesn't bother you though. Like, you're in this desert, you're not thirsty, you're not being damaged by the sand that's being blown or anything like that. You've got all this freedom and all this space, but you're still searching. There's still something that hasn't quite gotten you there. And every time I get to the very edge of that oasis, all of a sudden it's even further away. I have to wonder if it's to do with these 2 cards, because these 2 cards talk about the 2 of Swords, and the Star talks about you stepping into yourself. Well, when I try to approach him, he takes 2 steps back. Yeah. It's like you have. I'm just gonna say it, okay? It's like you have this electrifying energy that people are afraid of, but you're actually a real sweetheart deep down inside. Like, deep down inside, you're a little bit lonely. I can feel that. But deep down inside, you're a real sweetheart. You will look after anyone. But you've got this electricity about you that people feel like they get zapped from. Where does this come from? Where does this come from? Let's find out. Right. So you had an injustice that was done to you, and for some reason I want to say child. I want to say when you were a child, and you had this injustice that done to you, and there was no justice that occurred. And that caused these walls to go up. So as much as you're nurturing, you're a really good person, there's just this wall that's up that can't quite be tapped into. And that's because there was no justice. I tell this story to some of my clients about a story called Corpus Delicti. And Corpus Delicti means that there is no murder without a crime. There is no murder without a body. So unless there's a body, the murder cannot exist. And sometimes within ourselves, we create this own corpus delicti where we're not okay. And we create that within ourselves. And then we get this energy around us that expresses that we're not okay. And people feel that. Yes, the lessons of love my mother taught me were a bit confusing. Yeah, I'm getting this confusion, like, you know, like it's making me frown a lot too. So, wrinkles. So when it comes to this corpus delicti, it's like you're expressing that you're not okay and then smiling and going, I'm okay. Like, this is where the confusion is coming in, probably not only for you, but for him as well. So it's time to start sorting that out. When we create a corpus delicti inside our own energy, it's because a crime has occurred, but there's no body of evidence. And the only way to express that not okayness is by learning to move on from it. Sure, these things happen, you know, to us and they're horrible, but it is time to learn from it rather than allow it to control you, because you've got that inside your energy. Okay, so there was no justice when it came to this why is she so confusing about love. So it is time for you to perhaps learn your love language, for starters. If for anybody who learn your love language, I should be an affiliate for these guys. I don't know how many times I've put this into the link. When it comes to love languages, it's about learning to love someone the way they want to be loved, not the way you want to be loved. But before you can do that, you have to learn what your love language is as well. So Kelly, it's time for you to learn your love language, because only when you do that can you shine bright, little star. The star knows it's a star. It doesn't have to tell anybody else it's a star, and people know that it's a star. It's nothing else but a star. It's amazing. It doesn't take on any other forms of identity. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's a star, and it's really happy to be a star. So when it comes to you, love, yeah, it's like he's continuously just taking it away from you. So find out what your love language is, work out what his love language is, and then try and connect the dots, okay? Because those dots were not connecting, and that's where I was like, hang on a second, what's going on here? I'm really confused. Okay, so when it comes to that injustice that occurred to you, sometimes, you know what, like, I'm just gonna say it, shit happens. I've had some really nasty stuff done to me, like, really nasty stuff, and you consider going to the cops and stuff, and it's like, you know what, I'm just going to move on with my life. The way around corpus delicti is to be happy. And it sounds counterintuitive, it really does, but we do not allow those that hurt us to live in our minds, because they're just getting their rent for free, okay? They're getting their rent for free, and bugger them. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so who else have I got here? Oh, so I think we've run out of questions. That's okay. We can head off. I was heading off in about 3 minutes anyway. Okay, so thank you everybody so much for joining in. I will be back next Thursday doing some more readings, and you can jump onto my webpage. I'll throw that in again. Just if anybody wants to book. If anybody wants to book, okay? Oh, big hugs and kisses, Kelly. Okay, big hugs and kisses. So yeah, so if anybody wants a full reading or a reading with a healing session, I do them via Zoom. You can book a reading where I do a video for you, and you don't even need to attend. We do full readings. You can just book that in, and then I will send you a link to the video when it's done, and you can watch it as many times as you want. So otherwise than that, beautiful angels, I will be back next week. Please like the page so that you'll get alerted when, or subscribe so you'll get alerted when I'm online again. And I will catch you in the future, my loves. Go and spread the love around like glitter. Bye-bye.